There's the big fella.
Yes, sir.
He's money.
That's nice.
He's got one of the prettiest shots. They have a basketball shooting machine at their house, and when he played for me in middle school and a year in JV, he was putting up 1,000 shots a day some days.
Yeah.
And you could see the form. I mean, his form is prettier than any guard we got on the team.
So back to the wrestling a little bit. NC State has hired Debbie Yao, former AD.
Yeah.
Hired, I guess it's Papadopoulos or something like that.
He has turned that program around faster than I've ever seen anybody turn a program around.
He is amazing.
Because I'm just going to tell you, we used to just flat dominate the ACC.
And it doesn't happen anymore.
Virginia Tech. And NC State, all of a sudden, it was like 1 year he was there, and the next year it was like – and so I was fortunate. My son wrestled at the state level, and we had some matches, and we would have a number of the state wrestlers come and they would ref. They would make money and ref at some of our tournaments. And I met a couple of them. I remember one of them said, wait and see what we got going on next year. Because I was giving it a hard time about Virginia Tech. Yeah. And he said, just wait, we got something going. Why? You hear a 19, 20-year-old kid say, whatever. Yeah, whatever. You're full of yourself. Right. The next year they came out swinging, and they've been swinging ever since. So Papadopoulos turned that program around, and he has built a powerhouse over there.
Had a heavyweight that
that dude was crazy. Yeah. I was so glad to see him graduate.
Anyway,
he moved like a 145-pound wrestler, and was in the heavyweight class.
We could probably talk ACC sports for the rest of the evening.
But people are watching this. They're watching the live stream for the Dash and the Wilson Christian game, and so we're going to get back to that. We've got a 12-point home score, 23 for Dash. Dash on the line, shooting 2, and he makes the first. Extends that lead 24-12. Still just a 12-point deficit as poorly as Wilson Christian has shot and played. Still just a 12-point deficit. 5:17 left in the second period. 3 fouls for your home team, 2 for the visiting Dash.
So I started giving shout-outs. My mom always watching in Catawba, South Carolina. I mentioned the other night. I'll mention again Mr. Dennis Finch, who watches, I believe, at home or wherever he is. He enjoys watching Wilson Christian, whether he has a grandchild participating or not. He enjoys that, and so we're glad to have them. And any others that have joined us for tonight's game. Kick to the corner for Destin Melvin for 3.
Matthew Wood with the big rebound.
There we go. Yes, sir.
I don't know how many Matthew's got tonight, but I know it's at least 8 in the first half. He's having a great game. Cuts the lead to 11 for Dash. Or should I say cuts the deficit to 11. Great collapse on the ball. William Provo with the ball. Says, leave me open. I'll kick it to Destin. Destin moves it to Tyler, who's wide open, and that's what you're looking for. Missed that shot, but a great shot. And a steal by Provo. Foul call.
I will tell you.
Sportsmanship there, a little helping each other up. Snowman's coming back in. Joseph Snow.
Joseph Snow, there we go. Glad William Provo's getting the time. You can count on him to make the right pass. He drives a lot like his brother, but he's looking to drive and kick more so. Yeah. Where his brother has, and rightly so,
drive and finish.
Not seen very many shots he didn't like. And there's no problem with that.
He is a finisher.
27-14 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the second
quarter. Coach Sander calling a timeout.
30-second timeout.
Down 13. He said, I adjust a few little things here. I don't need a whole minute. Just need 30 seconds.
I never. The only time I use 30 seconds. Well, I don't ever. To break momentum, maybe, but you can't coach a whole lot in 30 seconds.
Nah,
you just can't. Not a whole lot you can say. So I see Bryson over there, Bryson Martin. He glad to see him moving again. He looks like he has that wrist taped up a little bit.
He does. Had a big final 3 quarters of the Friday night JV boys game against Rocky Mount Academy. Again, I was out of town and got to watch it right here on the live stream, so I'm very thankful for this live stream. Multiple states away, and got to watch the team play, and both Bryson and Zay over there big on the three-pointers late in the game.
Absolutely.
Brought it back within 6.
And then back in action here. Snow, Provo, Destin Melvin, Matthew Wood, and Tyler Pegram in the game for the Chargers. Dash has dropped into a 2-3 zone. They're inviting us to shoot a little bit from the outside. Nice slash to the basket by Destin.
And it got the travel.
Yeah, looked like.
Not sure he moved, but it looked like he was going to move.
Well, I heard through my headset the slap on the arm. So if he did move, that was probably why.
Friendly high five.
Absolutely. So the Chargers in their 1-3-1, three-quarter court trap.
That's
trap.
Tipped.
Yeah, it was
Good call.
tipped, I believe. And they drop into a 2-3. That's a difficult drop from a 1-3-1 to a 2-3.
Yeah.
Joe
Snow in the way.
Yeah,
Joseph Snow with the deflection.
Here's hoping he's the only Snow we see for the next 2 weeks.
Amen, brother. And Matthew Wood. Pull it up, big fella. I thought that was a very good play underneath.
I did too.
I've coached that hard at the JV level because it's how you go defend without committing a foul, and I thought he cleanly rotated under the ball, but doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah, I think that was basically what Coach Zander was saying too, and I think they agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Misses. Oh, looked like there was a little contact that shoved. That's a difficult play because you
gotta be
need
a big boy.
You need to box out.
Yep.
But when you box out, if you leave the offensive rebounder, nice pass by Pegram to
Excellent
Provo
ball work.
underneath.
Give and go between Provo and Tyler Pegram there.
If you leave that little bit of space when you're in the air, they'll just run you right out of the way,
That's
and that's
right.
what happened right there.
That might have been a little extra step there. The old James Harden kick.
Yeah, don't like that at all, by the way. Just if anybody cares how I feel about the NBA James Harden step, I can't stand it.
Can't stand it.
Nope, hate it.
Well, he's got a beard, so
He does.
He gets a pass.
I
from me.
know. Yeah, you're going to give him the pass. I understand. It's the beard pass.
He's got a mighty fly beard. Beards got to stick together.
Yes, I understand. Not only can I not grow hair on my face, but I can't grow it on my head either. So I'm out of that loop.
And I thought that was a great block.
I think they're going to get it on. I think they're going to get it on 12 though. Watch. Yep.
Yeah,
12
okay.
was
So body reached underneath.
12 was underneath there.
So the block was clean.
Yes, it was.
Oftentimes we watch basketball and we pay attention to the guy on the block and we don't pay attention to the second guy that's in the body.
Yes.
I often do not. I tend to ball watch.
Yeah, well, I do too. That was like I think I told you earlier today, but I'll state it now on the air, and that is, it was very difficult to sit on the bench while Coach Scott was coaching because I saw so much more than I do when I'm watching the game. Like I watched what the officials called, and I wasn't very happy with any of it. Not that it would influence the outcome of the game. It just gave me a different perspective. Chargers had pulled within 14, missed the putback there that would have cut it to 12, trailing by 14 with 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Back in the 2-3 zone, Dash with the ball. Rotating to the wing, back up to the top, and they're just trying to find that open spot in the zone. Take the penetration when it's available. Chargers doing a good job of sliding around and rotating, cutting off the penetration.
Good ball movement, but yet good defensive sliding.
Absolutely. Kick out, and that is what you're going to get against the zone is an open three-point shot, and it's just a matter of whether or not you knock them down or not.
You can't make that pass.
That was not the great pass by Provo. Nice long stride there to get himself to the rim.
Snow in the corner. Are they playing man now, Coach, or what are they in?
They're trapped.
They're like a zone man?
Yeah, they're trapping out of it. Attaboy, you leave Melvin open, and he's going to hit that shot every night.
What a great player. And another young man with a great shot, great form. 13-point lead for Dash.
I'd like to give you
left in the half.
I'd like to give you credit for that, but I don't think you ever got to coach him.
Never got to coach him. Never got to coach him.
Because you do it. Oh, wow.
Great take.
You do an excellent job with form shooting, and most of the kids that you have
we're getting there.
After they're done with you can shoot the ball the correct way.
We're getting there.
Joseph Snow on the baseline, kick out to Melvin. Melvin with the dribble penetration and some body there.
I might got it bailed out there. I'm calling bailout call.
It was a 1v3.
Yeah.
But he will be going to the line and shoot too.
He will indeed, although he was looking to pass. Missed that one 2 ways.
Well, they're not. Anytime you go up in the air and there's contact, they're gonna call it
two.
a shooting foul.
Well, they can't determine you were not going to shoot, right?
Right. Well, I can tell them you were not going to.
Intent is a hard thing to read.
Yes, it is.
And unless you're Brady and Matthew. They both made their intent very clear last night.
Yeah.
And it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I was. I mean, and I'm not a Brady fan, but he played exceptionally well. I was a little frustrated with the officiating in the first half. I thought the officials were too involved. I agreed with the announcers.
Yeah, I heard that a lot, but I'm just telling you, from someone who played quarterback, Kansas City's defensive backs are terrible at mugging people, pulling people, dragging people, and you can't say, well, we're not going to affect the game and not call the other team.
No, I understand that.
Because they absolutely have gotten away with that all through the playoffs, and they got called on it finally last night.
Yeah, I just there were a couple flags that I thought were garbage calls. I'm not saying all of them were, but there were a couple that were. Pegram from the corner misses. Just under 20 seconds left here. At halftime, just to make you aware, we will be recognizing one senior for Wilson Christian Academy, and then we will turn it over to Dash, and Dash will be recognizing their seniors during halftime as well.
Looking forward to that.
Excited to be able to do that, and step around there, and the basket is good, and it'll be halftime. Chargers trailing 37-21, and we will be back with you in about 12 minutes. 14 minutes.
See you then, folks.
All right. So first, we have one senior who was not here on Friday night. We're going to recognize him tonight. Appreciate Dash letting us do that, and then we'll turn the program over to them completely. So senior William Michael Barefoot is the son of Mike and Deborah Barefoot. He's attended Wilson Christian Academy for 1 year, where he's played basketball. His best athletic memory is making the game-winning free throws to beat Hilltop, and his future plans are to go to college and get a degree in business administration. Mr. William Michael Barefoot, and we have a special presentation for Will right here. Congratulations, guys. All right, and now we'll turn the program over to Mr. John Skinner and Dash and let them recognize their seniors and their presentations.
So first, much thanks to Wilson Christian and Coach Troll for allowing us the use of their facility and to agree to play us tonight. It has been quite a ride with these seniors. We started 7 years ago when they were in 6th grade and this tall and terrible at basketball. And they've worked really hard. They've been a pleasure to coach. I'm going to be really sad to see them go, but that's part of it. You know, just like when weeks left last year, it's tough. But, you know, it's part of life. I'm thankful for it, for the chance to coach these guys. So our first senior we're going to recognize is Jordan Bailey. Y'all want to come down? Yeah. Kelly. Yeah. Not very organized. So do I give this to him? Yeah, you give it to him. Yeah, you go ahead. Jordan started playing basketball for Dash in the 6th grade and has played for the last 7 years. His thank yous. I would like to thank Coach John, the most brilliant coach I've ever. No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to thank Coach John for sacrificing his time in the last 7 years to coach up 4 teams a year for all the summer league games and off-season practices. I'd also like to thank Coach John for leading us to a regional and state championship. I'd like to thank Coach Portella for joining us this year, stepping up as head coach halfway through the season, and for encouraging me in my role. Lastly, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for being such a big part of Dash and for always being there to drive me all over North Carolina for practices and games. I also like to thank them for being my personal rebounders to help me practice shooting at home. Jordan's future. He's taking classes at Nash Community College since his junior year. After this semester, he plans on taking one more semester at Nash in the fall and then plans on transferring to a 4-year university the following spring. Jordan Bailey. All right, next senior, Elijah Skinner. Read this one. Huh? Read this one. Sure. Thanks.
I'd like to thank Coach Bailey for being the greatest basketball coach. Oh, wrong one. Elijah Skinner, basketball history, played basketball for 13 years at rec leagues, upward leagues, and has played Dash for the past 7 years. Thanks. He wants to thank his parents. Says, thanks to my parents for letting me play this sport, and my dad especially for coaching me in practices and in the driveway all these years, and also Coach Portella for coaching me this year. Favorite Dash memory was winning the state championship in 2019. Future plans, I'm so thankful to be working for my dad and growing our business. Elijah Skinner.
Okay, Josh Buck. All right, old Josh Buck started playing in the 7th grade. He played at Wilson Prep for 4 years, played here for Dash for 3 years. He would like to thank Coach John for allowing him to play for me. Coach, this says potato. Coach Portella for coaching final season. Thank my teammates for treating me like family. Favorite memory, winning the state championship. Future plan, attend NC State as a business major. Josh Buck. Okay, Jacob Denis. Jacob couldn't play tonight because he is pitching for a pro scout for the Dodgers tonight. And what? And the Padres. That's new to me, yeah. So Jacob has signed to pitch for NC State next year. And so, but there's always a chance to be drafted. And so that's what he's looking into tonight. And couldn't be here, but his sweet mom, Charlene's here to take it. Jacob is one of the guys who was at the very beginning and was definitely the worst basketball player when we started. Started playing in the 1st grade, played for Dash since 6th grade. He'd like to thank Coach John, Coach Gilbert, and Coach Kevin, his parents, and his teammates, in parentheses, brothers. Favorite Dash memory, what do y'all think? Winning the regional and state championship sophomore year. Favorite single game is freshman year, beating Wilmington in the tournament by 30. Plans for the future. Well, he's finding out tonight, I think. Play baseball and study engineering at NC State. Become an engineer and or professional baseball player. Jacob Denis. You read it? Okay. All right, yeah, you're right. All right. Our last senior to recognize tonight, Hayden Portella, the barista. basketball history. Been playing basketball since he was 5 years old. Wants to thank his dad and Coach Skinner. His favorite Dash memory I'm not too fond of, because this is the first year Hayden's played with us. He's been playing with Goldsboro Heat. His first 20-point game against Dash in middle school was his favorite memory. But really, he said, my favorite Dash memory is going to be the nickname, the Barista. Future plans. Plan to finish college and possibly pursue a career in law. And then I think his dad would like to say a couple words.
It's been a pleasure to coach Hayden for all these years. And I just want to say a big thank you to the Dash for enveloping the Hayden and giving him an opportunity to play his senior year, as well as the other kids from Goldsboro. It's a class organization, and we're thankful for you all.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
All right, that's going to wrap it up.
Thank you for being here tonight, Dash. Thank you, seniors. Let's give them another round of applause.
And we got about 4 minutes until we come back to play, left in the halftime. So we will take a little break. Thank you to Spencer Parker for coming up and helping me with the graphics and running those for me as well. So stick around. More basketball to come. We're at halftime. Your Wilson Christian Chargers at 21 and Dash at 37. And we got the rest of the half of this game coming up right after this break. We'll be right back. You're watching Wilson Christian Academy's live stream.
An eye for the ball. Coach imploring some aggression from Wilson Christian's defense. Still an 11-point ball game.
And it looks like we got audio back on the stream.
Okay, thank you.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. We
Well,
appreciate that.
I did just give an entire dissertation of the chapter of Genesis and explained Einstein's theory of relativity.
Yeah.
In detail. But you guys missed it, so we won't go back to that. It's 41-28, 4 minutes left in the third period. Your Chargers are down 13. Tyler Pegram with a great drive, kicks it to the Snowman. A little strong, bounces off the rim. Great defense by Destin Melvin.
So just so you don't feel like you missed anything, I was watching the PGA Tour golf on Saturday, live on, I believe, CBS or maybe NBC.
By the way, who has nothing on the production quality of our Wilson
No,
Christian.
that's what I was getting to.
Okay. And
they were without sound for way longer than we were, maybe a good 20 minutes.
Outstanding.
So our professional engineer above us.
We give him one mistake a year. He just used it.
But it was
because he's been flawless up till then.
Yeah, but it was way shorter than the pros,
Yeah.
and he is absolutely a pro. So Joe Snow back to the line for the second of 2 free throws. That is good.
12-point ball game.
It's snowing outside. Not really.
And Skinner from the corner.
Nice
Great tip by Melvin.
Melvin to Provo.
I believe we are zone man, Coach. I can't tell. Yep. They're in man.
They are.
Destin, tough to guard.
Wow.
Yep, got the old face mask slapped off.
Here's our other senior that was out throwing the baseball a little bit ago.
There he is. And we've got the Governor Cooper mid-quarter timeout. 41-29, Dash leading your Wilson Christian Chargers. 2:56 left in the third period. Very clean game so far. 0 fouls on the home Chargers. 2 when you're visiting Dash. Again, I want to acknowledge the seniors for Dash. This is their senior night, and we are so glad to be part of that with them. Coach, what are you seeing? Some guys Wilson Christian get some minutes that normally don't get this number of minutes. How are they responding?
I think they're responding very well. They seem to be excited for the opportunity, playing a little more minutes than they're used to, which may show up here in the fourth period.
Yeah.
But, nice opportunity to get out, play against some quality competition. And again, at this point in the season, Coach, you know the same thing, and that is that we're probably to the point where they'll get as much, if not more, out of this tonight than they would a practice.
Yes.
And
yes.
So,
yeah, I mean, you've taught them what they know what they know. It's a matter of executing.
Right, and so that's what we're watching, and hopefully they
We got a Mr. Dina sighting.
There he is.
Yeah,
absolutely. He turns and acknowledges. Just got off the baseball diamond, I imagine.
Yep. Slinging the old, whatever you call a baseball. A baseball?
A baseball, yeah.
No,
No, there's another word for that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice steal by Melvin. See if he can gather it. He does.
Taking it to the hole. Took it strong.
That was an explosive move to the hole.
Was indeed. Tyler Pegram picks up the errant pass.
Finds. Oh, get in there. Get in there. I really wanted to see
Great work by Destin.
I really wanted to see
Kid is putting in the work right now.
Marcus make that shot.
Not sure Destin's legs weren't a little tired.
Oh,
he didn't want to take that shot.
Are.
Yeah, Marcus looking for him to
definitely
score.
Getting some time. It would have been nice to see him make that basket there.
Matthew said my legs are not tired.
No, his legs are never tired.
Tyler Pegram slides in, picks up the easy putback,
And
cuts the lead.
To 10.
10. Coach Zander imploring some defensive effort out of his ball club.
Chargers in the 2-3 zone.
And the old long rebound from the long shot. And Jordan Skinner, excuse me. Wow. Great shot.
Elijah Skinner. But there you
Elijah
go.
Skinner
I heard you. Knew
shoots,
exactly
misses, gets his own rebound,
He got 3 or 4 rebounds on that play.
and gets fouled. Kid's a beast underneath. Younger brother, 33 there. Evidently their family is into double numbers. The brothers are wearing 2233. We may know their passcode.
We
for
might.
their bank account. That might be their PIN, Coach.
Yes, it might.
2233. So if you find a Skinner debit card, we're going to put it on the internet to implore you to try 2233 for the PIN. See if LifeLock can cover that. Melvin with the rebound. Excuse me, Marcus with the rebound.
Marcus Rudy with the rebound.
Yeah.
There we went with the old foot pass.
Yeah,
Most difficult pass to catch in all of
it
basketball.
is indeed. And the bigs, I don't know what it is. I always say it. Bigs love to throw guards passes at their feet.
They do.
They think they're short, but they think they're shorter than they actually are.
So you had to leave before it happened, but youngest daughter Lily Hoskins hit a jump shot tonight.
Hey, a jump shot. I don't know if that's a good thing if your starting point guard hit a jump
Well,
shot.
she doesn't take that many. Just her role on that middle school team is not so much to take a ton of shots.
But to facilitate.
Absolutely.
Marcus with a great spin, pump fake and spin. He'll be shooting 2, and he could cut this lead to single digits for the first time in quite some time tonight. Coach choking
Yes, he is
on
on
these
the
sweat-covered sweet tarts.
So I
Is
hate
that a
you-
tongue twister? Can you say that 20 times?
No, I cannot.
Sweat-covered sweet tarts.
So I hate you're going to have to miss out on fishing Saturday.
Nah, I wouldn't have gone anyway. I'm not. I spent a lot of time on that. Spent a lot of time getting that boat ready to trade it in.
Yeah.
Have to carry it all the way to Tennessee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess Chatley.
Attaboy.
Chatley down by Grace of Sanford didn't have
Nobody's
anything.
carrying
that
the
you-
expresses, and with COVID and the government checks, which are being used not for food but to buy boats, there's a shortage of boat supply. And great take by Dash, good make. And so there's not one around every corner.
I understand. Chargers got an opportunity to cut it to 10, and
Not going to have it from a score clock operator tonight. Okay? White ball right here.
And we've got some official administrative work at the scorers table.
Please. He won't hush. Give me another clock operator.
And we, folks, have got a 44-32 lead for Dash. 46 seconds left in the third period. And
Colin-
Wilson Christian's ball coming back.
Colin in the-
5 seconds.
calling in the pinch hitter here.
That's the pinch hitter, the Seth Troll. And good take by Marcus. And Buck with the finish. 46-32. Tyler Pegram with the strong take and gets the foul. He'll be shooting 2. 15 seconds left in the third period. Dash up 46-32.
Just had a pit crew work on the scores table there. Got a
That was a fast change, Coach.
quick substitution.
Yeah. It's nice when your son can announce and run the clock and
Well, I asked him
do
which,
about anything he wants to do, right?
I asked him which he would rather do. Did he want to run the clock, or did he want to announce? And he chose run the clock.
And we got the foul on Destin Melvin. Good rotation. Wasn't able to find the ball, or probably had rotated well enough, Destin had, to make the steal there, but was unable to find the ball and got all man.
So
Number 4, Buckby shooting 2 at the line to extend this lead to 15 if he makes both with 8.7 seconds left in the third period. You were saying?
So scores table, most people don't realize this when they take the job, but they're supposed to be neutral. You're part of the officiating crew.
And it is the hardest thing for a parent to do is to run the clock or keep the book, because you are part of the officiating crew.
Right. And
watch your child play.
Right. It's very difficult.
It's hard for me.
Yes, I would agree. And
I can't run the clock. I coach too much. I'm watching the kids and seeing what they need to work on and what they're running and what they're missing. And meantime, I never start the clock.
And
so you won't see me do that.
No, Rudy's 3 falls just long, and at the end of 3, Dash 48, Wilson Christian 33.
Dash extended that lead a little bit. 15 there, pulled it out there at the end of that third period. Coach is going to see if they can rally the troops. Heads down a little bit. Would like to see heads up, not down. You get a chance to play. You better get your head up, show Coach you got it.
Yeah.
Still in this game, tons of time, 8 minutes, 15 points is nothing in a boys varsity basketball
No, not
game.
at all.
That can change in a couple of minutes.
Got to get a few stops.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting the stops, but we're not making them pay on the other end with points.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're right. We've had enough possessions to be right there.
To flip the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Mrs. Dean is at the scorer's table, as always, checking things. If there has ever been a more fair bookkeeper, always worried she might overscore and underscore you, as opposed to other bookkeepers who you better watch them. Not intentional, but they're emotionally charged in the game, and she always wants to do a good job and a fair job and does a fabulous job. She was my team mom for a number of years on a number of basketball teams, and her son was my assistant coach on those teams, and I want to thank the Dinas family. What great people. Good people.
Linwood Scott kept my book for 5 years.
Well, so like I said, the ones you got to watch. Some of them you got to watch.
He did a great job. I tell you, it was very nice to have Linwood at the scorer's table when Gina was playing, because it gave me the opportunity to kind of have a conversation with him and work through some things during the game, because he saw things too. And
he's a great coach.
Yeah.
I am blessed to have who is normally a head coach as my assistant coach this year, and he has been a blessing to me and the JV boys basketball team at Wilson Christian.
we've actually been very fortunate to have a number of parent coaches and volunteers to coach, including Coach Hoskins and Coach Scott and others, Coach Zander with the varsity boys, Coach Dewey Scott with one of the middle school boys teams. And so just very thankful for the parental involvement, their willingness, and we've gotten some exceptional coaches from it, some exceptional coaches. So very thankful for that. Thankful for the time. I think people that don't do it have no idea what the time commitment is, and to be able to do that, to be able to step away from work and commit that time is we don't say thank you enough. So very much thank you for all the energy and effort.
It's I can tell you from one that does it, it is a pleasure to get to watch these young people grow up and get to be part of kind of forging them and chiseling off the edges and pointing them and try to point them in the right direction. Got a good group of young. Look at Joe Snow with the effort. I thought that. Coach Zander a little frustrated, but I
thought it was
that
in
was
bounds
called
there.
out of bounds
Yeah.
until prior to the ball going out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. And boom, that would have been a dagger.
It would have at that
put
point.
19
Yeah.
points, 18 points, and Tyler Pegram. Going to see if he can do something here.
So I will tell you interesting story. I don't know what I have done. I've coached your daughter now. This is the third year. And nice effort played by Joe Snow.
It was. Same one he made earlier.
Coached her now for 3 years.
Yep.
I've not really been able to she listens to me. She does what I ask all the time, and plays really hard for me. I've never really made a connection, but somehow in the last week and a half, I don't know what I did, but there's been a connection. She's kind of
outstanding.
And I have seen it in the way she's playing too.
Well, good.
So
good. Well, sometimes kids, it's not the coach not making the connection as much as these kids are teenagers.
True.
And their brains get liquefied at times, even the girls, not
Yes.
as much as boys, but even the girls. And suddenly, as a coach, you can speak to this, not just as a parent, but a coach, as having coached hundreds, if not thousands of teenagers. You would probably agree with me. All of a sudden, it's like the gear catches.
Yes.
And where you didn't know which way they were going to spin prior, they tend to spin in one direction at that point in time, and it's great to see them get that groove.
Yeah.
For your sake, because she's not my problem, she's yours. I hope she stays in that groove for you.
I think she will. I mean, it ebbs and flows, but for what I really couldn't tell you what it is there, but there has been a connection, and she is
The light bulb's finally coming
much
on,
more comfortable. She will shoot when she catches it, which is what I've wanted her to do for a long time. And
she's about passing. Those coaches' kids are about, all they've heard their whole life is, why they didn't make enough passes. One more pass.
They hear it from too many other people. I have told her, shoot
the ball.
I bet today in our abbreviated 45-minute practice, she was probably in live game action situations 7 for 13.
Wow. Now you just need her to do that in a game, right?
Well, she will.
Numbers.
It'll
Her
happen.
percentages are normally okay.
Yeah, her percentage is by far the highest shooting percentage on the team at 39%, I believe, from the three-point line.
Okay.
Which is very good over the season. So 6:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Chargers trail 48-33 on Dash's senior night. Coach called a timeout, I think, to implore them to play a little harder.
A little more effort.
I think you'll get that now.
Now, here's the mistake you might make.
Nice by Will
You
Provo.
got to be careful when you call a timeout to tell a Provo to play hard.
Yes, you're right.
Because they're already playing hard, I promise you.
You are right.
So sometimes I'll call a timeout with the younger Provo, make him go somewhere else and tell the rest of the team they need to turn it up.
Right.
Because he's already there. And that is the same for his brother William, who just took the ball down and a great step back, short corner shot and drained it to bring the lead of Dash down to 13.
So I've never had the until the other night when you were gone. I never had the pleasure of coaching a Provo, and I did the other night.
Would love a whole team of them.
Wow.
You get everything they've got all the time. They look at you, they respond, they say yes sir, they do whatever you ask them to do, and you get 110% every second of every day.
And so I actually told him on one of the timeouts.
We're talking about Turner.
Turner.
Okay.
Yes, Turner.
I call him my Provo.
Right.
Okay,
right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Your Provo.
My Provo.
So he had just gone 1v3, and I came. He came out, and I said, Turner. I said, I think.
Which, by the way, sometimes is a high percentage shot for him.
It
Go
is.
Ahead. Go ahead.
Well, he didn't make this one. He wound up. Rocky Mountain Academy plays pretty good defense, and they're physical.
They help.
Physical to the point, and they help, and so they make that 1v3 difficult because there's 3 there. They were walling off on the back, just begging him to kick out.
Yeah.
And he went 1v3, and I told him, I said, that was a bit of a force. I said, I know you can drive and score, but make sure that's the right read. I kid you not, the next time out, he had taken one, and it was a better.
Great effort by Provo there, right on cue.
It was a better decision that he made, and he came. The first thing he said when he came to the sideline, he asked me was that a force? And I said, absolutely not, much better. But he remembered that. He wanted to correct it and did so.
Nice by Melvin there. Yeah. He always does that. He'll ask you, Coach, don't you appreciate that as a coach?
Absolutely, and that's the reason I mention it, because that is, as a coach,
trying to get better.
Absolutely.
And want to please you. He wants to please you as a coach. Great family.
And I was just there as a stand-in coach. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't get to see him during the season or sit on the bench. I don't get to do that. And so it was nice to get to do that and get to see that. As an AD,
great kid.
As an AD, I should probably make an effort to at least sit on the bench for every team one time during the year if I can.
So you've already done it for my team.
I have.
So I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe.
Okay, cool.
No, early in the season I sat, because my son plays on your team, early in the season I sat behind your bench, and that was some of the most entertaining nights I had. I'm not kidding. At Cary Academy, coach here subbed in 5 for 5 and took the rest of the team over to the corner, and the game was going on up and down on the court, and you're in the corner talking to them.
We needed to have a talk.
Yes, and you did, but that was pretty interesting. So, but there's just value to that. Not so much to see the coach, but to get to know the players, because I think you get to know players a whole lot better when you see them
in the trenches
in a
with
pressure
them.
situation and in the trenches. Absolutely.
Good group of young people here at Wilson Christian. We are blessed to have them. They are fun to coach. Justin
Absolutely.
Melvin said, "Got this."
Yeah, he's decided to get a little aggressive on the offensive end. He's going to dive for that nice effort,
man. This might be one of his biggest effort games.
Yeah.
Peter might probably ought to pull that up.
Yeah, well, or not.
I was thinking he should shoot it. So whoever said pull it up is a moron. So good shot by Pegram there.
That was absolutely the no.
Yes.
And
Timeout by
we have the
Dash.
Yeah, that'll be a Dash timeout that'll be turned into the Governor Cooper
Mid-quarter
timeout.
12-point lead by Dash. 2:50. Plenty of time left. Okay, so the sweaty sweet tarts got stuck in your pocket. So now the sweaty sweet tarts have lint on them.
They do.
I'm definitely not eating them now.
I wasn't offering.
Sweaty,
just the way it is.
lint-covered sweet tarts.
So I'm going to mention this on the air for anybody who's listening, but because I haven't told you yet.
Yeah.
Y'all are leaving tomorrow. Dismissal at 2:15.
2:15.
You'll be on one of those shuttle buses. Shuttles, and you will have the
Heading to Alamance.
JV boys and the varsity girls with you.
Okay.
Your game starts at
You said 2:15?
Mhm.
Okay.
Your game starts at 5, so if you depart by 2:30, hour and a half drive, and it'll give you time for a stop.
At Sheets, where your girls' team will eat ice cream and milkshakes and candy.
And coffee.
And coffee.
I realize they are ordering coffee.
They are ordering coffee. We think that's a great, healthy diet for teenagers.
No, it is not.
We beg and implore them to eat healthy.
I've told them
I have
no.
one kid on my team that I won't let go into the convenience store by himself without another kid who has to okay any of his purchases. Not that they're inappropriate purchases, they're just terrible for his body nutrition.
Absolutely.
We stopped at, I know you remember the story, and the viewers will appreciate this. We work our tail off to give these kids every opportunity to succeed. And so we went out of our way, and 15 extra minutes to go to Chick-fil-A, where they could get some chicken or something healthy for their meal other than gas station food. At which time my starting 4, Seth Quinn, thought it would be best not to eat a full meal and get his stomach full with chicken, but to eat a large cookies and cream milkshake. He almost threw up in the first period, and he's the one that's on restriction and has to get Brent Hughes to okay any purchases.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, I don't know who was navigating that way, but you went a 15-minute route around.
There was a Chick-fil-A across the school from where we were going. Instead, we turned around and drove back 15 minutes. It's Linwood, Scott. Sweet potato farmers, you can't get them in downtown Raleigh. They may be state supporters, but they're not state savvy.
So we're going to get a Dinas sighting.
A Dinas sighting. Jacob getting to play a little on senior night. That's great.
Went and changed into the uniform, ran back out, and we are just fine with that.
Yes, absolutely. Get a few touches. He has put in a lot of years for this Dash program.
And they want to try to get him the ball, get him a shot here
absolutely.
On senior night, which I think is absolutely the right thing to do.
See how gifted this athlete is to come off the old diamond slinging the baseball at 97 miles an hour. If he can back it down and get a little touch on the ball. And
is he a lefty?
I think he is.
Yeah, that's
I think he is.
Not surprising that that everybody wants to see that lefty throw.
He was in 8th grade and played for a homeschool team. It was not Dash for baseball, and threw against Wilson Christian's varsity, and I remember just being blown away because it was this little kid that had helped me coach at Upward, And I see him on the mound and watch him throw, and I'm just, wow.
He is a left-hander. NC State had another left-hander who went to the major leagues, pitched in the Raleigh area, Carlos Rodon, part of the White Sox organization right now. He was a left-hander that threw in the mid-90s, and like I say, a local kid.
Man, you're going deep. That was like 10 years ago.
I
remember him.
I have a ton of material.
I remember him.
You would just be amazed.
Yeah, I remember him. Now, is that you got to go that deep to get a good pitcher?
No, not at all. State
right.
has plenty of good
All right.
pitchers, but
Okay. Just checking.
they have the
Matthew Wood with that beautiful big man shot cuts the lead to 11.
starting shortstop for the Washington Nationals is an NC State graduate.
Not a pitcher.
Trey Turner.
Still waiting for the other pitcher.
Just saying.
Matthew Wood with the second of 2. Money. Kick and shoot.
How many pitchers does Virginia Tech have in
the majors right now? 3.
Yeah. 3.
Yes.
And I'm sure you know all of them.
Believe it or not, I actually don't. I know you're surprised by that. Provo with 3.
There we go.
Cuts
And we
it
got
to
a
7.
timeout.
We got a ball game.
Here we go.
Visiting. Dash team has 8 fouls. Didn't realize that, Coach, which has put the home team, Chargers, in the bonus. That's a 7-point game. I thought it was 8. It's a 7-point game.
It
so
is.
any foul
Math has
on the floor or shooting is going to put Wilson Christian on the line.
It is.
And Mass my strong suit.
Joey Devine, by the way, is another pitcher, and I would have to go a little deeper to.
Folks, he had to get his phone out and get on Google.
no,
he didn't. He did not. He did not.
Andrew Brackman was a state graduate who pitched in the major leagues, but I don't think he's there anymore. Got some catchers there, too.
Another double number with Demas and 5-5, so Dash.
I think
They
State.
only had a couple stencils for their uniforms.
Yeah.
They doubled up the numbers there.
I like that.
Yeah, that's how you save money.
243 sign. John Skinner owns that. I don't think he has any trouble getting things printed, but hey, that could just be me. Nice to Dennis.
Good there. Demas getting the backdoor cut and putting in 2, extending that lead to 9.
And he gets on the board. Glad to see him get on the board here at senior night. Oh, wow.
And there's the Provo 8-foot goal take, chuck it up thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice dish by Demas.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get the assist, too.
Yeah. He's throwing his hands out.
Yeah, he's like, look, I did all I could.
Saying, hey, man, you should have jammed that one home, man.
I mean, what more do you want?
Yeah.
Gave it to you right in the right spot. Matthew Wood
said,
for 3.
I'm in the gym. I'm open.
Yes. So this has turned into a
referees.
Well, there was a hold there. If you missed it,
Tyler Pegram trying to foul, but they wouldn't let him. He thought he was going to have to pull Bailey's shirt off and hit him with it.
I thought he was going to try to take his arm off and hit him with it, but
yeah.
Maybe it was just the jersey. Dash inbounds into the front court. Chargers in man-to-man, finds Buck driving to the basket.
And he sinks it. And 1, 55 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Yeah, coach is properly explaining it to Destin. Destin didn't think he did anything there, but
got into him with the body.
Yeah, and anytime you get into the body on an airborne shooter, they're going to call. Hopefully, they're going to call that.
Yeah,
they don't always call it, but
no. We've got a sub for Dash.
I think we're going to try to get the seniors out one at a time here.
Yep. We'll stand no there.
Buck coming out, finishing his career.
Yep.
With Dash. Joe Snow on the wing, hoping he'll pull that.
I want to scream Snowman.
That would be nice. Try to get the
Could
steal.
scream Tyler Pegram.
You could.
And the foul. Wilson Christian needs 2 more.
So we got a Skinner coming in here. Got Skinner for Elijah Skinner. And he wraps up his
3-3, comes in for 2-2 that is playing with 5-5.
And that wraps up his Dash career here. On senior night, not necessarily the his last game of his career, but senior night.
That's right.
And so we'll get
Dinas, shoot.
Dinas.
1-1.
1-1.
So I thought there was 5 fouls. I must have. I counted that one as 2. You fouled Dinas twice?
I think.
Did I just miscount?
I'm
going with that.
There may have been an effort to get him back to the free throw line so they could get somebody in. I don't know if we may have added a foul there. There's a little loose with the rules, and there goes
Mr. Bailey.
Bailey checking out for the last time here.
And as much as we hate to see him in his high school career, you're just happy that's not Jocelyn.
Absolutely. And, got 2 more years.
Your star guard. That's 2 more years after this year. Dinas, a little long.
By the way, the Troll subbing in on the clock has done an outstanding job.
He really has. Big fella from the corner. This is that. And 3 Wilson
here we go.
Chargers.
No.
And there, senior night, that would be great. But Will Provo did what I would do, which is you're not dunking on me on my court.
Yeah, nope.
And
I think we're going to
he'd have hung on to that ball. However, Dinas had Duncan in his eyes.
I believe that young man, this was his first year with Dash, if I remember what they said for the senior recognition.
Good for him.
And he had played for Goldsboro Heat, so Dash invited him in. Let's see if they're going to foul here. Maybe not. I wanna see the dribble demonstration by Buck at the top there.
He can dribble.
Enjoying that. He can.
He can dribble.
Get the 3, the long 3. And that is a nice way to end for that young man.
From the volleyball line.
Absolutely, Dinas. And so, here at Wilson Christian on Dash's senior night, game ends Dash 61, shorthanded Wilson Christian 45. But again, it was all about honoring the seniors for Dash tonight. Glad we were able to do that. Again, this is our final regular season broadcast. As far as I know, the next time we will be back in action here will be on Friday for a varsity girls game at 6 o'clock. Don't know the opponent yet. And do not know yet if the varsity boys play.
Wait for that coin flip.
Wait for the coin flip, whether they'll be on the road or right here. Once again, big thank you to engineer extraordinaire
Mr. Thompson.
Upstairs, Mr. Justin Thompson. Thank you again for Coach Wayne Hoskins for joining me up here for the
Always
varsity boys game.
Always a pleasure.
And
you pay me in linty, sweaty sweet tarts.
That's right. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. We'll be back at it at our next best opportunity. Remember, the Chargers, JV and varsity are in action tomorrow night at Alamance beginning at 4 o'clock. We'll have that live stream link to you as soon as we get it. Thanks again, Mr. Thompson. Thanks again, Wayne Hoskins. And everybody have a great night.